Hey guys, it's Bitcoin Schmitcoin here with another update for Bitcoin Magazine's video analysis. We'll be starting on the monthly time frame today, working down to the weekly, the daily, and spending a little bit of time on the 4-hour time frame. As we can see, the monthly level that I've been talking about for the past few weeks finally gave way. The level outlined at 77.40 and denoted by the swing high finally gave up, and we saw a strong impulsive sell. We can see now that since the beginning of the year, when we bottomed out at 3,100 and peaked at, we'll call it 13.8K, we've retraced about 50% of where we gained. We're now edging more toward the 61% retracement, and we're kind of in a precarious position. When we look at the weekly time frame, we see that we're testing this monthly level I've been talking about for a while now, this minor weekly level. I say it's minor because we can see that it only really got attention one time on the swing high, and the real support is lying down at 67.50. Although we're currently finding a nice little relief bounce there. We gave up this band of support between 7,700 and 7,600, and at the time of this weekly candle, we are sitting well below the level. When we look at the daily time frame, we can see that this range that we were bound within over the past couple weeks finally gave way, and it looks like it's obviously going to be a continuation of our downtrend. When we saw this this wicking retest of this level here get immediately rejected on high volume and high spread, I was talking about how it's showing overall weakness and a lack of bullish interest, and it finally came to a head this morning when we broke down pretty aggressively. We're down about $700 on the day. And although we're currently finding low time frame support, I'm not so sure that this is going to stop before it gets down into this zone down here in the 6,800s. If this daily candle closes down here, that's obviously going to be bearish, and it's going to be teasing toward a continuation of our downtrend. Something that I was talking about in the last video was that a rejection and a retest of this level is most likely going to be a violent shove through the level. We saw 1, 2, 3, you can call it 4, and then on our 5th test, it finally snapped and it shoved right through the support. We need to wait for the daily candle to close. Maybe it rallies back above the support, but at the time of this video, it's not looking too hot. The major confluence of support is sitting down here between 6,700 and 6,400. The 6,700 is the weekly band of prices I outlined, and the 6,400 is the next monthly level down here. We need to wait again for the monthly candle to close. But so far, if this candle closes here, that most likely means that we're going to be coming back down here. But again, we need to wait. We have about a week and a few days left on our monthly candle. So it's totally possible that this thing comes right back up and finds support here. But we need to wait to see. A monthly candle below, again, most likely means we're coming down to 6,400. And then, of course, we'll interact with that $6,700 price of band of prices right there. Not a whole lot to say on the 4-hour time frame. We can see a little bit more detail on our range, but it had a very firm close below support. And so far, this bounce is nothing terribly exciting. It looks more like profit taking from shorts, maybe a few speculative longs, but the concept I was talking about on the ride up is that reversals tend to take place where there's a combined short and long interest. And right now we're kind of in this awkward spot where we're in between price levels. We do have this minor level here, this dashed line. But when we look at the weekly time frame, there's nothing really terribly exciting that's going to interest a lot of bulls. And so I'm mostly leaning toward a continuation of the downtrend because there's nothing here that's going to be an impactful level that's going to cause a reversal. What we really want to see is a move down to a level like our 68 to 6,700, because that's where bulls are going to take interest. That's where bears are going to start to take profit on their shorts, and it's going to have a combined buying interest. Whether or not that continues downward from there remains to be seen, but that seems like the next logical level. But keep an eye out for the weekly level. We are currently wicking our swing low here. So, that is one check in the bull column, but we still have several days left on our weekly candle. And although we're wicking this swing low, it might be enough to gather up some bullish support. But I'm not terribly hopeful. But keep an eye out on this weekly close, because if we see a close below, especially this swing low here, most likely going to be coming down to here. And as we more immediately close the daily candle, keep an eye out for, again, a close below this swing low, because maybe that'll provide a little bit of a relief bounce, and then we'll have to reassess from there. But so far, we've broken through this strong support that held up under 4 tests. And I would most likely expect this to be strong resistance on a retest. So keep an eye out on this level here, the 7,700, because if we retest it here, and if we can reclaim it as support, that'll be bullish. But I'm mostly looking down at the 6,700s, because that seems like a logical reversal point.